Heat and work. So there are certain myths associated with these two terms, heat and work. First myth is heat and work are energies, but the reality is heat and work are not energies. Another myth is heat and work are forms of energies, and the reality is heat and work are not forms of energies as well. Sir, you are telling that heat and work are neither energies nor forms of energies. Then what is heat and work? Heat and work are basically the modes of energy transfer. It cannot be stored or poured. They act as energy only in transit. That's a very special and very important line. They simply act as energy. They are not energies nor forms of energies. They simply behave or act as energies only in transit, but itself is not an energy. You all might be wondering that when we were in childhood days, we were taught that heat is a form of energy that gets transferred due to temperature difference. Yes, we were taught, but things have got updated now due to the recent findings and discoveries. We have come to a conclusion that heat and work are not energies nor forms of energies. They are basically the modes of energy transfer. So it's good and better that you should keep yourself updated as the thing changes and progresses. So I will introduce a Google Pay, Phone Pay, Bheem, Paytm analogy. This will help you to understand what is this basically heat and work. See, you have two different locations. One is your home and one is your hostel. Now your father or your parents are trying to transfer money from your home to hostel. Let's say you asked for 10,000 rupees and you asked from your home. So they are ready to pay 10,000 rupees. Okay, so they are ready to transfer money to your hostel. That means to you. You can do this by two means. Either they can deposit check in the bank, yes, or they can pay online via Google Pay or UPI. Okay. So if they can deposit check in the bank, you understand in this manner that obviously we can consider this to be an disorganized mode of energy transfer, or disorganized mode of money transfer rather, because you need to stand in a queue and then you have to wait for a long, okay, if there is a bank holiday then your money will not be transferred. So it's basically a disorganized mode of energy transfer or money transfer. Okay, obviously money is an energy. Now if you pay online via Google Pay or UPI, it's a organized mode of energy transfer. Just with one click your money could be transferred easily from your home to your hostel, right? But you are transferring money via check, you are transferring money via UPI, but is your check money? Can you consider that sheet of paper as money? No. Or can you consider that your Google wallet or Paytm wallet as money? No. Both have existence only during the transaction. That means what we call in thermodynamics as transit, only during the process. Okay, so both check and wallet have existence only during the transaction of the money transfer, right? After transaction, once the transaction is over, you cannot separate or identify which part of money came from which means. If you ask money, okay, from this part, okay, 1 rupee coin, tell me from where you came, they won't be able to identify from where they came, whether they came by check or whether they came by Google Wallet. Understood? So once again, please understand, I'm transferring money. So we are interested in transference of energy, right? So energy, I have taken the analogy of energy, energy is analogous to money. Energy transfer means money transfer. Yes. So if you are transferring money from your home to hostel, let's say some amount of money, you can do it by two means. One via check, one via UPI. I have considered this to be disorganized mode. I have considered this UPI to be organized mode. It's relative, it's my perspective, but you can think other way also around. You can consider this to be disorganized, you can consider this to be organized. That's a different thing. I have just shown an analogy. That's it. Okay, so they have existence only the transaction or during the process, only during the transit, but your check is not money and your wallet or UPI is not money. They have existence only during transaction. So once the transaction is over, you cannot separate or identify or distinguish which part of money came by which means. Clear? Now see, I want to transfer energy. Say I have 1 kg iron block and I want to transfer energy into this, say 10 joule. Okay, I can transfer energy via heat or via work. If I am transferring via heat, that means if I am transferring energy via heat, what do I need to do? I need to heat it. Yes, I need to provide some thermal energy to this. Now, energy transfer by stimulating particles with incoherent and disordered motion. So whenever we talk about heat, this mode of energy transfer, so this mode of energy transfer is basically disorganized, disordered. So that is why I have shown these arrows in a very random manner. So they are transferring the energy in a very disorganized manner, right? So let's consider we are increasing the temperature of this particular block by 0.022 degrees Celsius. Okay, and block didn't move, but the energy has been transferred. We are not moving this block even though the energy is being transferred. How? We know very well. How will you calculate this? Q is equal to mc delta T. How will you calculate this Q? The universal formula, Q is equal to mc delta T, right? So what is the mass that I have taken? I have taken 1 kg of iron block. What is the specific heat capacity for iron? It's 460.548. In Google, you can Google it out. You'll get this value as joule per kg Kelvin. And delta T is 0.02 degrees Celsius or Kelvin. Okay, since we are talking about the difference, it hardly matters whether you take in Kelvin or Celsius. Now if you multiply this, you will get around 10.13, which is 10 joules. So what I have done, I have simply heated it and I have transferred energy. How much? 10 joule, by which means via heat. I can do the same thing by work. How? Let's consider I have got a 1 kg iron block. We are talking about the molecules. So the molecules are in very ordered manner. See the arrow directions. So what I'm doing is I'm lifting this iron block to 1.02 meter up. Now this energy is being transferred via work, isn't it? Energy is being transferred via work because there is being a displacement. Okay. So what is the work formula? We know that it's mgh. Due to gravity, we know that it's mgh, force into displacement. So mgh, how much displacement you have done? You have done 1.02 meter. Now what is the mass? Mass I have taken is 1 kg. G, you know, it's 9.81 meter per second square, and height I have taken is 1.02 meter. If I do that, I will get around 10.0062, which is roughly around 10 joules. Now same iron block was there. This was my same iron block. I transferred 10 joules of energy via heat. I transferred 10 joules of energy via work. Okay, but they both have existence only during transition, which you call as transit. Okay, just like check and Google Pay were having existence only during transaction. So similarly, heat and work, they are having existence only during transition, during the process. After that, so once the energy is transferred, whenever we talk about energy is being transferred, it means either energy is gained or energy is lost. Okay, so energy transfer doesn't always mean energy is always gained. It could be either gained or it could be lost. So once your energy is transferred, you cannot distinguish between them, which part of energy came by which means. So suppose once the iron block has reached here and you ask the energy, okay, ask the iron block, tell me how much of energy came from which part. The iron block will not be able to identify whether that energy came via work or via heat. That is the simplest analogy that I could make. Then I told you, then what is the purpose of studying thermodynamics? We know that what is the purpose of our Modi ji? His purpose is to make cash into cashless economy. So he is just removing all this cash and making everything digital and converting cash into cashless system. So what is the purpose of Thermogy then? The purpose of Thermogy is to convert heat into work. You can learn in this manner, right? So just like we have disorganized mode of money transfer to organized mode of money transfer, we can convert or relate the analogous to disorganized mode of energy transfer to organized mode of energy transfer. So in entire thermodynamics, our purpose will be to convert heat into work. How effectively we can do. Okay, I hope you got the point with this. And I wish that you spread this message and education, the updated information to every one of you, because still many people are learning that old concept which is actually outdated. If you Google it out, there are so many research papers on this. So please update with this information. Okay, so see you in the next lecture. Till then, bye.